Or word part. Yes, I would agree.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, so they're not real bad.
Hi, Andy. Could you hear us?
Yes.
Great. All right. Okay, we are ready. Yes.
All right. Welcome everyone to the January 30th, 2025 Monroe County Planning Board meeting. A couple of free items for those. That's the meetings. The meeting is recorded. There's a reminder. And I will go through roll call. Bill Santos, me, Mike Wiedemer, because he was out this meeting. Sam Trapani, Andrew Hollister, Orlando Rivera, here. Dave Watson, here. Millie Sopranik said she was out.
Yep.
Legislator Colby, here. Legislator Barnhart, Jeff McCann. Sam, how are you? Have a seat next time. Welcome. I'll mark you down as. Let's see. Jeff McCann, Adrian Green, Amy Grower, Josh Peterson, Robert Franklin, Joe Tadeo, Richard Tantalo, here. Christina Doherty, Sean Murphy, here. And Andy Frazier.
It's online.
You're online. Very good. All right, and would you like to introduce?
So Legislator Barnhart just join us now.
Right, great. Thanks for coming in.
And for guests today, we have a department for the action items, Department of Aviation, the director, Andy Moore. Thanks, Andy, for coming. And Department of Transportation, Pam Pratt here. And we also have the new deputy director from Department of Environmental Services, Rich Perrin, here join us today. Welcome. And for planning staff, myself, Ishan Lin, and Lisa Hunton here.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for coming out. First item on the agenda is the approval of the December 19th, 2024 meeting minutes. They were emailed to you. I need a motion for those, please. John, thank you. Second. Thank you, Robert. Any discussion? Corrections? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Great, thank you. Any announcements or communications?
I just want to kind of inform everyone about some changes of the members and the alternates. We have a new alternate for Assistant County Executive Amy Grover. The new alternate is Judge Peterson here. And for the member, so Sean Murphy is a Chief of Engineer and Facility Management is the new member, and his alternate is Andy Fazer. And I think those are the changes.
Thank you for volunteering. Thanks, Josh, for stepping up, and Andy as well. Thank you for stepping up. Next item is an action item to amend the 2024 capital budget to increase funding for the airport building improvements project in the amount of $2 million from $3 million to $5 million for a total project authorization of $5 million. I'd like a motion for that, please. Thank you, Andrew. Is there a second? Second. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm here today just to kind of talk a little bit about this referral and why I'm asking to increase the capital fund from 3 million to 5 million. Back in November of last year, the FAA came out with a supplemental grant program for airports for some terminal renovations. This falls under a category called discretionary grants, which is basically a competition among airports for certain dollar amounts in funding. There was grading criteria to that, and FAA kind of wanted to lean a little bit more towards sustainability initiatives. And so we talked with the county and we submitted a grant to replace the windows in the B concourse. The windows in the B concourse are 35 years old. Many of the windows, the glazing is starting to come off, the kind of the structure of the windows starting to come apart in many areas. As you know, a lot of windows have that gas inside. And I'm not a construction person, so I apologize for my terminologies here. And engineers can help me out in this room here. But you could see where some of the windows were frosted because the glass was starting to seep out or escape, things like that. And so we put together an application, submitted it, and we were awarded about $1.5 million to move ahead with this project. And so that's really it. It's a very simple project that we're looking to start sometime in the March timeframe. Should take about 6 weeks to do it. The amount of money that was available to the airport, we could only really get one concourse done, which is fine. It's the worst area of the windows around the airport property. And so that's really it. FAA grant that we were awarded, and that's why I'm here to ask for the increase in this fund in order for us to accept the grant money and get moving on it so we can get the project completed.
Any questions for any? And is there any thought as to why the B concourse, which is the A, is deteriorating faster?
No, we don't really, we don't have any conclusive evidence. We looked at maybe the sun was, aiming in the B concourse versus the A concourse a little bit more, but it just seems that that's the one area that has eroded more than the other side of the airport. Yeah. So we chose to go with the worst section first.
Gotcha. If I recall, wasn't B constructed first?
It may have been. It was a little before my time.
One of
So, it's harder and harder for me to make a statement like that as I get older, but I don't have an honest answer for it. The B was completed first.
It's just I don't recall. So that's
but the windows are 35 years old.
Yeah, right.
Original windows, I should say.
Just the thinking behind my question was that I think, the B was constructed first, and I think it took 3 years before the A was finished. Then, you're going to have another one soon, so.
And we will be pursuing federal funding that's available to us for the A concourse down the road, but for what we could secure and what we could get done, we decided to go with the B side first.
Yep. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Great, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Next item is to amend the 2025 capital budget to increase the project authorization in the amount of $590,000 from $2,075,000 to $2,665,000 for a total project authorization of $2,665,000 for the North Hamlin Road over Sandy Creek Bridge project in the town of Hamlin. I need a motion for that, please. Thank you, Robert. Is there a second? Thank you, Sean. And
yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. So it's North Hamlin Road. It's in between West Fork and East Fork Roads in the town of Hamlin. The original project scope was to rehabilitate the existing bridge deck and maintain the existing steel superstructure. But then during preliminary design, we took a look at it and determined that both needed full replacement. So we wound up doing a life cycle cost benefit analysis, and that revealed that it was better to replace the steel rather than repaint it. So we're gonna replace it with a new galvanized steel, and that in turn is gonna save us some future maintenance.
How long will the road be closed for?
4 to 6 months. We'll start this spring, and then we'll be done by
What's the rule
probably
Oh.
yeah, probably north, West Fork, East Fork, and Moscow Road, I would think.
This completion time?
Fall of 25. Oh, yeah, we'll build it this year.
Big, great. 20-foot span maybe?
It's not, yeah, it's not.
Not bad. Not big, it's bigger than the culvert.
Yeah, yes, because it's technically, anything over 20 foot is technically a bridge. And width of 20 foot,
Okay.
if it's less than 20 foot, it's a culvert. So if it's at 20 feet or over, it's considered a bridge. But the fact that it's a bridge means we get New York State DOT to inspect it. The bond. Never close, we try to push it to 20 feet to get their free inspection.
What was, do you remember or recall what the numbers, the ratings were for that bridge and were they, do
I
you know of any others that
don't recall, obviously it's one of the worst ones we have because
Yeah.
that's why it's next on our order.
goes next to this?
Yeah, it's, when we look at the ratings.
Yeah.
For the most part, our bridges and culverts are in pretty good shape comparatively to others.
So the next one behind that is in decent shape.
Well,
I mean, compared
it's,
to,
yeah, some of them are starting to outlive their
Yeah.
useful life. So that's why they're on Bridge New York program, but we've submitted them for Bridge New York. But yeah, I'm not saying they're great bridges,
No,
I'm just
yeah.
saying there's, we're
and
picking
this
away.
comes up when during design, if somebody's doing field work and they say, oh, wait a second, I know. You have to come take a look at this.
That's what New York, that's what New York's bridge stuff, right? They inspect.
Well, actually, New York State DOT goes out and inspects the bridges every 4 years. We go out and inspect our stuff every 2 years ourselves within. And now those are the ratings that we use
Into the two rating systems are.
Yeah, that's what we use to put our program together.
Yeah.
But what the New York State DOT will, they'll go out every 4 years and they might find a red flag or yellow flag. It's like silly stuff, like, oh, there's a light pole here, it's missing a cover for the electrical box, someone could get electrocuted, put the cover back on. Okay, so simple stuff.
You mentioned Moscow Road as a detour.
Yeah.
You also have a bridge project over in Yanni Creek.
Yeah,
Moscow
they won't be concurrent. Yeah. That detours further to the west by the park. So, thank you.
Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Aye.
And then opposed? Abstentions? Approved. Any other business? Any numbers? Hearing none, our next scheduled meeting is February 27th. I'm out of town, so I'm gonna reach out to Mike and make it today, but we can make the February meeting. We may try to move it to the first week of March, because we do have 4 meetings that are planned in March for the FCF process. So if there's 1 or 2 items, we'll move
Slide it
it.
over.
Yeah, we'll slide it over. All right.
Yeah, if they can.
Great.
So,
If you can.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I need a motion for adjournment. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. All in favor? Good to see everyone. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.